Automatic pet feeders dispense predetermined portions of food at regular intervals, ensuring your pet never goes hungry. You can program multiple meals in advance, making it ideal for busy pet owners or when you're away for a night or a weekend. Automatic feeders allow precise portion control. You can set the exact amount of food your pet needs, preventing overeating and promoting a healthy weight. Pet feeders prevent overfeeding and help maintain a healthy weight. They are especially useful for pets with diabetes or specific dietary needs. Stray cats often struggle to find consistent meals, especially in urban environments. Automatic pet feeders can make a significant difference by providing regular nourishment. We can fill the compartments with food, water, or even milk, which they can consume whenever they wish. Similarly, we can even keep food and water for stray dogs and milk for puppies so that they can have nourished meal at least once a day. We can encourage local residents to sponsor and maintain these feeders and even collaborate with animal welfare organizations, NGOs or shelters to ensure proper installation and upkeep.
The main function of the Arduino UNO is to provide the required delay as well as the time gap between the working of the two servo motors. The use of Arduino UNO in the automatic pet feeder is as follows. It takes the input from the IR sensor as the pet approaches the device. It provides a delay output or response upon which the servo motor 1 operates. And after some fixed interval of time, the Arduino UNO sends out another signal to the servo motor 2 upon which the servo motor 2 operates. The use of servo motor in the automatic pet feeder is as follows. After taking the signal from the Arduino UNO, the motor rotates its fin by an angle of 90 degrees so that the food from the reservoir is dropped into the collector plate. After some interval of time, the Arduino UNO sends another signal to the servo motor 2. It rotates its fin by an angle of 90 degrees so that the leftover food from the collector bowl or plate is dropped into a food dispose container. The use of IR sensor in automatic pet feeder is as follows. As the pet approaches the device, the IR sensor through its emitter sends a signal wave up to a distance. As the pet reaches the required distance of the wave, the signal wave bounces back and is detected by the collector of the IR sensor. And this response is sent to the Arduino UNO, which can be observed as both the indicator lights on the IR sensor glows. Breadboard is used to simplify the various connections of the device so that wires are sorted out. It helps in making various complex connections using connecting wires. It organizes the wire network.
So this is the basic setup of components in our project. As you can see, this is Arduino UNO, this is our sensor, and these are two motors with breadboard. Two motors have different function and different delays and a certain gap between them. As for the connections, yellow wires are for output pins connected to output pins, brown wires are connected to ground pin, and red wires are connected to power, which is in this case 5-volt supply. As for the code, the IR sensor is connected to the fourth output pin. As we can see, we have included the servo library, which makes the code way easier. These are two motor, we named them A1 and A2. This is the transmission signal rate 9600, and then as we can see, this is the value we defined, which takes input from sensor, and if that input is high, then this motor does its function, and then another motor, which is the first motor, moves 90 degree stays there for 500 milliseconds, and then it moves to its original position. We take the gap between delay between the both motors is 5 seconds. We can increase them. This delay is basically for the our pet to this time is for our pet to eat the food. Then after that another motor moves which will transfer our food into the trash bin, and after it's done its work it will again come to its original position. This is a code. Now let's have a look at the simulation. Before that, we don't have an option to take input in this simulation, so the input is always high. That's why the code will start as soon as I click the start simulation. It won't take any input here, but it does in the demonstration, as you will see. So I started. This is the first motor. It has done its function. We waited 5 seconds. Now it's second motor. The food's it goes into trash. As you can see here, the one popped up which says that the value is high. That's for our basic simulation. Thank you.
So our project is an automatic pet feeder. If the pet is detected by this IR sensor over here, the flap to the motor one opens up and the food stored in this food reservoir is then dropped down into the plate. And after a certain time, for instance 5 minutes, the flap to the second motor which is connected to the plate opens up and the leftover food, which is waste, goes into the dustbin. IR sensor detects a pet coming in and it opens up the flap, and after a duration of 5 minutes this second flap opens up and the food is then transferred into the dustbin.